You're watching the full breakdown of the uncut hotel surveillance footage shown in court, and the powerful testimony from Cassie on day 3 of Diddy's trial that left the courtroom stunned. If you've seen headlines about the hotel video, or wondered what Cassie actually said on the stand, this is the video that has it all, unfiltered and explained. Before we dive into the timeline and raw courtroom moments, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you want the real story behind the headlines. No fluff, no rumors, just verified courtroom details and context that mainstream coverage often leaves out. Day 3 of the trial brought intensity from the moment the courtroom opened. Though Diddy's daughters were not present, one familiar face stood out. His 85-year-old mother, Janice Combs, sitting quietly in support. The tension in the room was palpable as prosecutors prepared to reveal something big. The bombshell came in the form of a 15-minute unedited surveillance video obtained from the hotel and now entered into evidence. If the short clip originally aired by CNN shocked the public, this extended version had the courtroom frozen. That original clip had already shown Diddy violently throwing Cassie to the ground, kicking her, and dragging her through a hotel hallway. It was brutal, graphic, and hard to watch. But the uncut version didn't just replay that horrifying moment. It filled in the blanks that had been haunting both the public and the prosecution team. In the longer footage, Diddy is seen talking to hotel security, still wearing only a white towel. Cassie, visibly shaken and disoriented, follows closely behind. The three of them walk down the hallway together, heading toward their room. But moments later, Cassie leaves, walking away with the security guard just steps behind her. What happened in that hallway, and immediately afterward, became a key part of the day's testimony. Cassie took the stand, and for the first time under oath, gave her full account of what happened before, during, and after the hotel incident. She said she returned home alone that night, emotionally shaken and physically bruised. Her friend, immediately alarmed by her appearance, called the police. Officers responded and questioned Cassie about the assault, but she refused to name Diddy. When asked why, Cassie told the court she didn't want to destroy his life or career. That line, "I didn't want to ruin him," hung heavy in the air. Prosecutors used it to highlight the psychological control Diddy allegedly held over her, even after episodes of physical violence. But what really shocked the courtroom was how deep and disturbing the pattern of abuse allegedly went. Cassie described years of emotional, physical, and psychological trauma that she says began early in their relationship and escalated over time. She revealed that on her 29th birthday, Diddy forced her to participate in what he called a freak-off, a term she said he used to describe group encounters that he orchestrated and controlled. It wasn't just a one-time event. According to her testimony, this became a recurring form of coercion. She said she felt trapped, used, humiliated, and emotionally destroyed after each incident. In one particularly horrifying story, Cassie described an incident in the Hamptons. She said she was drugged with GHB, a substance known for causing blackouts and memory loss. She had no recollection of the night, but said she woke up naked in the shower, disoriented, with a male escort present and Diddy panicking nearby. "I didn't even know what had happened to me," she told the court, choking up. The prosecution argued that these stories were part of a long pattern of domination and manipulation. Each incident, they claimed, was designed to break Cassie down emotionally and make her more compliant, isolated from friends, family, and eventually herself. Cassie also discussed how the emotional control extended into their public life. In 2012, the couple walked the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival for the premiere of Killing Them Softly. But according to Cassie, the glamour was a mask. She said they had been on a yacht earlier that day when an argument broke out. Diddy became so enraged that he kicked her off the boat, leaving her stranded with no passport, no clothes, and no way to leave on her own. She eventually reunited with the group and boarded the flight home. But the tension didn't stop. On the plane, Cassie said Diddy pulled out a device and showed her explicit footage from past encounters, once again using them as a form of psychological intimidation. "It was about control," she said. "He wanted me to know I could never leave without consequences." Even after their relationship ended in 2018, Diddy's hold didn't disappear. Cassie testified that he blackmailed her with sex tapes, threatening to leak them online if she ever went public, or exposed what had happened behind closed doors. "It's horrible and disgusting," she told the court. "No one should be put through that." To prevent further trauma and maintain courtroom decorum, the judge ordered privacy screens installed around the jury and press section before any of the digital evidence was shown. These videos and images, provided by Cassie herself, were reportedly pulled directly from her phone and handed to prosecutors as part of the investigation. Not once throughout the day did Cassie and Diddy make eye contact. In fact, witnesses described Cassie physically turning away from him when given the chance. At one point, the judge called for a short break, and Cassie, still in the witness box, turned her back toward Diddy and didn't turn around until court resumed. Legal experts in the room noted that the cross-examination is expected to be fierce. In cases involving abuse and coercion, the defense strategy often focuses on discrediting the victim, exploiting inconsistencies, and suggesting ulterior motives. But today, Cassie stood firm, her story consistent, her tone steady, even in the face of public exposure and years of silence. This day in court was more than testimony. It was an unraveling of an image. For years, the public saw Sean Diddy Combs as a music mogul, a cultural icon, a businessman. But today, that public image collided with deeply personal accusations. Accusations backed by video, by messages, and by years of emotional scars. And it's far from over. With more witnesses expected to come forward and Cassie's cross-examination still ahead, this trial is only just beginning to uncover what really happened behind the glitz in the headlines. If you're following the case closely, make sure you subscribe. We'll be breaking down every update with real courtroom insights and full context.